What's up, everybody? This is Time to Wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and today I'm gonna review Crown Jewel 2024. So, initially, I was thinking, like, how am I gonna do this review? I was thinking about it, I didn't do a prediction video, but seeing as it's the show before Survivor Series, seeing as, like, my two favorites are wrestling, why not? So, I'm gonna review the show and warning you, this disappointed Roman Reigns face. Yep, but that's gonna be me for quite a bit of the matches, so just saying I'm a fair reviewer, AEW, WWE. I review them all equally, so here's my honest thoughts on the show. Seeing as we have Roman Reigns right here, let's get into the first match, which is the Bloodline 6-person tag match, where we have Mr. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and my tribal chief, my OTC, Roman Reigns, my big dog, why not? And the guy on the shirt, Roman Reigns, versing Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. Sadly, Tongaloa was left out of the match. Yeah, sorry, man. But anyways, this match to me, it felt like a house show match. If I'm gonna be honest, like the way they're tagging in, the way they kept teasing, the match itself wasn't anything special. I think the Bad Blood, Cody and Roman, Jacob and Solo tag match was superior to this one. But this, like, it was more of a house show, and the important stuff came afterwards. Because after Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns, which is the correct result in my opinion, if you want to keep this feud going, you can't have Roman beat him every time. Like, there's no interest if that's the case. So, we have that happening, and then Sami Zayn comes out. He makes a save for Jey Uso. He goes after the new bloodline, and Solo's cornered. Like, the Usos on two parts, or two turnbuckles, sorry, and then Roman and Sami on two other ones. Roman and Sami both go to hit Solo, but Sami Haluva kicks Roman Reigns. A hell of a kick, or a haluva kick, whatever you want to call it. And that led to this image you see on the screen with Roman looking disappointed. That's happened for him quite a bit this year. And then we got Sami Zayn there. The So, like I said, the match itself wasn't anything to write home about. It's like a house show 6-person tag match. But the post match, I like it because they could have easily had Sami Zayn just reunite. That's the easy thing to do. But the best thing about the bloodline for like the past 4 years, it's the drama, it's the heat. Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns had one of, if not my favorite pro wrestling match of all time in Montreal at the Elimination Chamber, because of the emotion, because the atmosphere, because the in ring work, all those combined, and it was excellent. And it seems like we're getting that again. Not the one-on-one match, but the emotion with Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. And I can't wait for SmackDown. I can't wait for the next few weeks of television. This is all leading up to Bloodline War Games, which pits the new Bloodline, Solo's bloodline, essentially, against Roman Reigns' bloodline, or the original bloodline. So I can't wait for the next 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, or 4 weeks of television. It's gonna be amazing, and that's what I have to say. House show match. So Now it is the next match. Sorry, just a second. There we go. The next match was the women's tag team match. It's a four-way. It had Io and Kairi Sane, Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus Bianca and oh sorry, I just have to close that. Versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus Metaphor Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. This one to me, I think something was up tonight. I'll mention that first. I don't know what it was, like with the first match, this match, even the US title match in a bit, which we'll get to, Cody Gunther match. All of them, something was off, and that's a recurring theme for the Saudi Arabia shows. Like, for example, on Friday, yesterday, the Fatal 4 rematch, I thought was quite a bit better than this tag team title match. And one of my points, which I got on the screen, is there might be too many wrestlers in this because some matches, like a Money in the Bank one, for example, you could book, it's like 6 to 8, normally 6 competitors in a ladder match. They all get their spots in. It's a good 25 minutes. Here, it's like, oh, Io's doing pretty good. Oh, but she tagged out, so the momentum's halted. Oh, Bianca's doing good, but she tagged out. It's like it keeps going like that, and it kind of halts the momentum. And by the end of the match, it's like we got 8 people, and they all got to get their spots in. So what I'm saying is, I would have preferred for it to just be like Damage Control versus the champions, but that's my point basically. Something was off with this match. Like the wrestling was good, but something was off. The spots weren't all executed on time, and like the matches on Mondays and Fridays with these competitors were all better to me. So I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure where they're going. I'll get to that later when I discuss the Crown Jewel matches where they could go. But this one to me, it, it was like about the quality of the opener overall as a match to me. But something was off. And just like the Bloodline opener, there is a better match that happened before. And that's what happens sometimes with pay per views. So now I'll get to the next match, and that is Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Boy, this one kind of frustrated me. And it's because they've built Bronson Reed so much. Like, all. How long has it been? Night after SummerSlam, so we're looking at about we're going on 3 months of Bronson Reed going crazy, doing all of this stuff to Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and he lost tonight. Uh, so I disagree with that booking decision. That's a big thing. I feel like Seth Rollins winning, he doesn't have as much to gain, whereas Bronson Reed winning, you be a world champ, you're set. Now, this is how I feel right now. I can't see the future. There is a way where they could get Bronson Reed on the right track. They could put him against Seth Rollins again, perhaps in a no DQ match or something of that kind, and it'll all be good in the end. But for now, I think it was an incorrect booking decision. And by the way, for the women's tag match, I think Damage Control should have won. But the opener, I agree with New Bloodline winning this side thing. But I hope Bronson Reed keeps that momentum. I hope he keeps ascending up the card because it's been a while since we've had a good monster heel in WWE, and Bronson Reed perfectly fits that role. So pleased to give him his win back. That's what I want, WWE. I booked that ambulance match in my fantasy booking video. You could easily do the same thing, except have Bronson win at Survivor Series. But that's how I feel about the match. Now let's get to the next one. The next match is not a match, actually. And I should point out at this point, that's funny, but I'm gonna be covering the Crown Jewel matches at the end of the video, the Crown Jewel Championship matches. Because I have like one thought that coincides with both of them. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. For now, let's discuss this brawl. Kevin Owens comes out, not Randy, sorry. Kevin comes out, does his entrance, wears a Bob Orton shirt, I like that. That's a good touch. And Randy comes out and he does this pose. Kevin attacks him with the chair. This pose. Kevin attacks him with the chair and they brawl, break the table, all that. And it's good to me. I actually like it. Because if you do the match tonight, say like Kevin wins, Randy wins, you have one of the most interesting storylines in WWE in all of pro wrestling right now, and you end it like that. No, nada. I wouldn't like that, cause you have something substantial here that could carry you forward for months. Like, uh, I think this could go so far to where the end could be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes in the main event of SummerSlam 2025. Like, they could go that far with this. I truly believe that with the three talent that you have in this feud or in this rivalry. But I enjoyed this, and at the end of the day, I know Cody Rhodes is technically the babyface, but I understand Kevin Owens. Like, this guy, Cody Rhodes, he got his help at WrestleMania 39. Kevin helped him all along the way. He's been fighting the bloodline since, like, what was it, December of 2020? Like, he's been trying to take Roman down. Roman, like, tarnished his family. He, like, turned his best friend against him. He did all these things to Kevin, and then Cody just teams with him, even when Kevin helped him beat Roman. I understand Kevin Owens. That's my favorite thing about some of the heels or tweeners nowadays. It's not like heel versus good person. Like, let me think. John Cena versus Edge. It's not like so black and white with the booking. I really like what they're doing with someone like Kevin Owens, someone like Drew McIntyre. I really appreciate it to the point where I'm on Kevin Owens' side. So I can't wait. I think this is going towards Vancouver with Kevin Owens challenging Cody Rhodes. They put on a banger at Bash in Berlin, so I expect nothing less. And now let's get into the next one, which is my match of the night. As we have Carmelo Hayes and Andrade challenging LA Knight. Yeah. So this to me, there's not much to say about it aside from sorry, I slapped my mic there accidentally. There's not much to say aside from these people can't put on a weak match when they're given the spotlight to wrestle. Like, uh, all the spots, Andrade bringing back his NXT Black and Gold self, going wild in there. Carmelo Hayes improving quite a bit from when he debuted, and LA Knight doing his thing, yeah. But if there's one thing that surprised me, it's the fact that LA Knight pinned Carmelo instead of Andrade. That shocked me a little bit. I expected Carmelo to continue to fight LA Knight and eventually dethrone him, in fact. But that shocked me quite a bit. Overall, it was very good to me. Match of the night goes to the three-way. And now, I'm gonna discuss the Crown Jewel Championships and some things surrounding them. First, I'm gonna discuss the titles itself. That's why I got Cody and Liv Morgan in one portion. So, this idea, like I said in my Bad Blood review, it's not good. Because when you do a champion versus champion match, and like a result occurs, you automatically make one champion look better than the other, and by that you make the other championship seem less important. Like Liv Morgan and Nia Jax, they wrestled, but there was interference in that match, so it kind of protected Nia Jax. But on the other hand, Cody and Gunther, I was expecting some interference. I was expecting Gunther to win because Kevin Owens or Randy Orton messed it up for Cody Rhodes. But Cody beat him clean. That result is incorrect to me again. Another incorrect result. Because Cody, he already ended the greatest championship reign of all time in pro wrestling, in my opinion, at WrestleMania 40 in the greatest main event I've seen before. So you already have that. You could have given Gunther the win. Gunther has been highly protected. The only time he got pinned recently is by Sami Zayn, and that was at WrestleMania because they had to take the title off of him in a dramatic way, and that match accomplished that. So, Gunther, to me, he should be built like a tank. He should be built like nobody could take him down. Like, I'm gonna fantasy book for a minute, but if I had it my way, I would have John Cena face Gunther at SummerSlam, and I would have Gunther beat him. Then I'd have Cena put his career on the line at Survivor Series. I'd have Gunther beat him again next year. I I want Gunther to be put over like crazy to the point where you have an underdog like a Johnny Gargano, like a Sami Zayn finally beat him, and it's beautiful. But Cody beat him tonight, like there are no positives in that to me, aside from potentially a little more publicity for WWE, even when they're doing international shows. So I disagree with that. Even Liv beating Nia, yes, and Nia's taking pins, but you don't want champions taking pins if they don't lose the title, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about it. And now let's talk about the matches themselves. Liv Morgan and Nia Jax, it was kind of just there. Like, they wrestled, Tiffany teased her cash in, didn't end up happening. It was like a okay match, but you have a heel versus heel dynamic. The crowd doesn't necessarily want to cheer any of them. It doesn't work. And Gunther Cody, if I'm gonna be brutally honest, that's probably Gunther's weakest pay-per-view match of the year. Like, looking back, maybe the Royal Rumble, maybe the Men's Royal Rumble match, but this might be it. So, the whole dream match idea didn't work for me. And now I'm gonna discuss some things about Survivor Series, particularly with the Liv Morgan. In my booking video, I pitched a 4-on-4 War Games match, Team Rhea, Team Liv, Survivor Series War Games, Io and Kairi, and kind of Bianca on Team Rhea, and then Raquel and Shayna Baszler on Team Liv with kind of Bianca as well. If you watch that video, you'll get more context. But that was my idea. And then it turns out Rhea Ripley's injured. Now, I don't know how long the injury is. WWE has a habit of over exaggerating injuries. Like, oh, John Cena has a torn pec, but he returned at the Royal Rumble. Maybe that was over exaggerated. So that match might still be happening, and that might be part of the story. I'm not sure. But if it's not, if Rhea Ripley is injured for a long time, what are they going to do with Liv Morgan? I ask that because all of the top women's wrestlers are in tag teams. Io Sky in a tag team. Bianca Belair in a tag team. They gotta take Io or they gotta take Bianca. Io Sky might make more sense because she is not a women's tag team champ. She's not already a champ. Put her against Liv potentially for Survivor Series. Just throwing that out there. But they gotta figure something out soon for what they want to do for Survivor Series if Rhea's injury is serious. That's my thoughts on that part. And then for Cody Rhodes, I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Owens. It seems like almost perfectly clear that it's going to be Kevin Owens at Survivor Series, but we'll have to see. I can't wait for that show. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for that review because I'm going to be at the show. I will probably get it out the night of or the day after the review for Survivor Series, But the next time that WWE has a pay-per-view, I'm gonna be there. I can't wait for Survivor Series. My card, my ideas, I hope those come true for the event because that would be super hype for me. But anyways, thank you for watching. This has been Suplexus. That is Drew McIntyre. That is CM Punk. Have a good one.